of these kids 4 months ago had maybe heard of the game of rugby. None of them had ever really even touched a rugby ball. So to see these kids come from not knowing the game and really devoting 3 days a week to us for practice. When season started, they were giving us 4 days a week with 3 practices and a game, and they've really just gone leaps and bounds. So my idea was, we started in the 2A league, which is a really competitive rugby league here in Iowa. My goal was, if we just scored on one of these teams, we were going to count it as a win. And we started that first game against Cedar Rapids, Washington, our first game ever, and we lost by a last-minute score from them. We lost 12-10. So we almost won our first game out the chute. We did finish the season with 2 wins against both Ames High School and Des Moines Roosevelt. So I just couldn't be prouder of these kids. They've really stepped up, wanted to learn the game, and just worked really well as a team.
I've loved this season. Rugby is something that I really wanted to play when I was a child. Like, I love soccer, that's my main sport, and I've seen rugby on TV, but the best we can get here is football. So having the opportunity to play this year is very nice, very nice.
Yeah, so everybody's completely brand new to this. We didn't have our own jerseys for a long time. We practice on the grass. We don't, this is completely independent, so we do all of our own fundraising. At first we rode up in the coaches' cars to our games. We didn't have any, it wasn't it was organized, but we just didn't have much people. And then none of us knew anything about rugby. And now we can play a game, we can play, it's really cool.
We've seen a lot of growth, a lot of the basic stuff. During practice, it was important that we just drill the basics 24/7. We don't really get too complicated in it. We don't have our big guys trying to chuck it off or all these complicated plays. We just, the strict basics, some athleticism, and get it done.
So honestly, it's kind of a fun combined sport, right? So anyone that's played any other sport has played some sort of aspect or has some sort of attribute that's going to help you here in rugby. Otherwise, a lot of it's really the rugby community. Just going out and seeing other teams and seeing how well, you come out here and you tackle each other and you play real hard for 14 minutes, and then afterwards we're shaking hands and we're feeding the other team pulled pork, and it's really just kind of everything that rugby encompasses. And it's a really great thing to be a part of.
The support that it used to have is insane. The football field over there was paid by for the rugby club or Carver, and there's so much support here. Everybody, there's a lot of people that love rugby. All the people that are older, they really support the team, and it's great. We have so much support. I love contact. I like wrestling, and I like the contact of rugby.
So it's really going to come down to recruiting. It's got to be the younger guys that are playing now buying in and telling their friends at school and their friends, other kids that they know that they play other sports with about rugby and about how much fun this is. And that was a big part of wanting to do this tonight too, was making sure that we got rugby in front of the Muscatine crowd and letting them see what we had to do. So yeah, recruiting is going to be really crucial next year.
I hope we for sure get more numbers. That's the hardest issue that we've run into, because we get down one player, whether it be injury, red card, and it's hard to be competitive when we're down one. But I hope that, as for the time I was here, I inspired some of the younger kids, especially with just aggression, talking, communication, because all those are necessary skills for more than just rugby.
Originally, we thought that we were only going to have access to the practice field over there, and there's only one goalpost on that practice field, and we couldn't really host the game with that. But knowing from this, if we would have access to the football stadium, we can absolutely host here. And so kind of how it works with rugby is, if you're a host site, you do play 2 games, but they bring 8 teams in. So it's not just you and one other team. It would be 8 teams coming, but that's also 8 teams worth of fans coming that would sell concessions, would pay entry fees to come in. So it would really benefit Muscatine rugby as a whole to be able to have host games. So a lot of schools and teams use that as a big fundraiser of theirs for the year. So that's the plan right now. Is I put a survey out on our Facebook page trying to gauge interest. Right now I think I've got 5 or 6 girls that have responded saying they're 100% in and they're going to talk to their friends to try to get more. So we plan on probably mid to late July starting to get together at least once a week with those girls to get a head start on that season. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without them. So honestly, everything from having to wait until almost last minute to even get jerseys ordered, because all of it takes money. And that first sponsorship came in right away, and we were able to take care of a lot of those things right off the bat. So, I mean, to start, I funded 3 rugby balls to get us going at the first practice, and everything after that has been done by the sponsors.